Hi, good people. This is Deborah. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. Let me read the disclaimer. All information provided on this channel is for educational purposes only, and this channel does not promote or encourage misuse of the information. I will use words that are not intended to offend anyone, but rather describe my point of view and how I see things. Chaos and wickedness are not the same. Chaos is neutral, unstructured field. The ancient Greek meaning for the word is open, gaping, bend creation, while wickedness comes from Old English meaning twisted, bent, or distorted, which later became the intentional moral harm. Chaos has no intentions. It is simple disorder. Unshaped state of energy. Wickedness, by contrast, is purposeful injury, the misuse of will to hurt, deceive, and destroy. Because male bashing is a deliberate act meant to belittle and cause harm, it belongs to wickedness, not chaos. Chaos is unformed and neutral. Wickedness is intentional and harmful. In both original language roots, esoteric meaning, chaos is the great mother, while wickedness is the distorted of will that choose to harm, and male bashing clearly falls under it. Okay, take what resonates with you and what does not resonate with you, put it on the shelf or throw it away. Now, male bashing falls under wickedness, not chaos, because it is an intentional act of harm directed at a group of belittle, attack, diminish their worth. Wickedness is defined by deliberate injury using words, attitude, intention to cause damage, while chaos is simply without malice, purpose, or destruction. Chaos has no purpose behind it, but male bashing carries a clear motive even when coming from pain and anger. Therefore, male bashing is a form of wickedness because it expressed a twisted, harmful use of will, not the neutral that characterizes chaos. Okay? Why male bashing is wickedness? Male bashing is intentional harm directed at group meant to belittle, attack, and destroy someone's worth, done with malice, bitterness, and anger. That makes it wickedness, because wickedness is harm done on purpose using words, attitude, and behavior to injure others. Why male bashing is not chaos? Chaos has no intent behind it. Male bashing has a clear purpose, even if the person is emotional. So, male bashing does not fall under the category of chaos. The Old English meaning of chaos. The word chaos did not exist in Old English. It came into English later through Latin and Greek. The Greek meaning means gaping void, an open space, a primal emptiness. This is what the patriarchal calls it, but it is much more than emptiness. It's much more than violence. It's not violence. You've been told that. Now, the sense is not evil. It meant to open, expand before the world took shape. Now, Old English equivalent idea, not the same word. In Old English, writers used forward, but none of these exactly equal the Greek ideas. So, chaos, wide open, primal. Old English meaning of wickedness, you have wicker, which is Wicca, The modern meaning is evil, morally wrong, came later. In Old English, wicked meant a sorcerer, one who bends or shapes energy. Over time, Christian influence changed the meaning of the wicked into evil. Okay? Now, let me just stop for a second. When my ex-husband and I, he told me he wanted a divorce. And I said to him, I'm going to give you a divorce. And I went and filed for the divorce because there was no reason for me to stay there. He said he wanted a divorce, so I wanted to give him what he wanted. But afterwards, I got real angry, and I started hating him. And I realized, looking back at it, not only was I hating him, I was hating myself. I felt so insecure. I felt rejected. I had all those emotions wrapped up in me, didn't know what to do with him, so I took it out on him. After I gave him a divorce, I was still trying to cause harm to him. And so after a period of time of trying to cause harm to him, everything I did backfired on me. I can laugh about it now, but looking back at it, it was evil and it was wicked. And that's what's going on with a lot of females today. A lot of them been hurt by males. And the venom comes out, it spews out like hatred. I don't care how you try to wrap it up and make it sound a different way. It's hatred. To hate a male, which is a reflection of yourself as a female, you're hating yourself as well. You just hadn't seen it yet. Because going around bashing males is not going to make them better species. But you have the power to become a better species yourself. And being that you become a better species, because you become a better species, you can change the atmosphere of this earth. But you choose not to do that. You rather bash. If you're going through a divorce, you are in hate. Been there, done that. If you can't get a man to love you, you are in hate. Been there and done that too. It's not our responsibility to hate. The natural woman job is to nourish. If you're not in your feminine, you're not going to nourish. You're gonna speak venom of hatred. That's your prerogative. But I choose to go in a different route. Regardless of what you say, you still hate. Because that's what you spew out. Now, Old English Wicca, it means to practice magic, female magic worker, one who practiced forbidden and twisted arts, the state of being wicked. The original meaning before church shift, wickedness meant initially crookedness, bending, and twisted, not moral evil. It comes from the Germanic root, one who bends, twisted, and alter. Later meaning after Christian influence, wickedness, moral evil, intentionally wrong. Now, simple, clear difference, wickedness, intentionally wrong. Chaos means just the lack of order. Just because you don't have order does not make you wicked. But what makes you wicked is the intent. You intend to cause harm, which makes you wicked. Now, more detailed explanation. Wickedness is moral quality. It means choosing to do wrong, to destroy, to deceive, or to harm. Wickedness involves intent, desire, and purpose. Someone can be orderly and disciplined, yet wicked if their purpose is evil. Esoterically, wickedness is a distorted will of a misaligned consciousness that goes against truth. That's what you do. When you are wicked, you go against the truth. You are sitting in what they call an illusion. You are in the third and fourth dimension, operating in an illusion. And the will that you do, you think is good and it's not. But still, that's your choice. Um, I'm giving you what I know. Chaos is a condition, not morality. Chaos means balance, no direction, just order. I meant no order. This is not automatically evil. It is simply unshaped energy, but it's energy that has no evil to it or not. You call it chaos because it's just a word that sounds good. You rather call it chaos than to call it wickedness, because wickedness sounds so much worse than that. Chaos can be the raw feel before creation, getting organized. Esoterically, chaos is a primordial water. It's energy. It's energy before form. Wickedness is a moral corruption of intention. Chaos is just energy with no purpose. Esoteric view, matriarchal truth first, then distortion. Original matriarchal truth. Chaos is the great mother. The rawness. Okay? It is a neutral, creative, and powerful. Wickedness is a broken wheel arising when being fall out or harmony with the great mother's order. You're not in order with the great mother being wickedness. You think you are. The great mother, listen, let me tell you something. The great mother knows what's best in all things. So you're not operating in the great mother. You're operating in some other type of spirit. And it's not good. And don't come talking about Miss Deborah this and Miss Deborah that, because I don't want to hear it now. I'm done. You're undisciplined, you're rudely, and you have hate in your heart. And you need to be better than that. You are a bad example of what women's supposed to be representing. You need to change and become a better person. Chaos was rebranded as evil instead of neutral. Wickedness was defined in terms of disobedience instead of accurate moral alignment. Awareness is always present because the Great Mother Infinite is never chaos, never emptiness. She is never void. The patriarchals lied. She is the all being in the fullness, the eternal present form from which all forms, energies, and realities arise. Chaos is only the field within creation, but it does not originate from the Great Mother. It comes from the daughter as a condition with the created realm. Chaos is neutral, a space where form has not yet been arranged, while the Great Mother remains the source, the living awareness or consciousness, the boundless awareness that exists beyond any idea of chaos, order, light, or darkness. She's not emptiness. They lied, but she's the infinite. She's not a void, but ever present, knowing the files, surrounds, and transcend all realms. Chaos exists within creation, yet the Great Mother Infinite is one who holds it all, beyond beginning, beyond form, beyond duality, and never reduced to void. I don't know why people call the infinite a void. You can't take something from a void, an emptiness, and make something out of it. That's dumb to even think that way. Chaos is not wickedness. Chaos is unstructured energy, the raw that exists before order is brought forth. It has no intentions and no morality. It is neutral. That is the neutral that's inside of the proton. That's the protons and the neutron. That's neutral. And the neutral is the Great Mother spark. And proton is the phenomenon. Wickedness, however, is intention, harm, and a distortion of will and consciousness. One can be wicked in perfect order, and one can be in chaos with no wickedness at all. Esoteric chaos reflects the Great Mother, original undivided field, while wickedness represents the misaligned that arise when being moved out of harmony with truth. Now, examples of wickedness. These are involve choice, will, purpose, damage. Lying to hurt someone's reputation. If you are lying on somebody to hurt their reputation because you don't like them, you are still causing harm. You are lying on their reputation. And guess what? You're going to have to deal with the cosmos. If you do any of these things that I'm about to name, I'm not going to wish it on you. You're doing it to yourself. So, the intentional destruction of someone's name, you're going to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with it. Planning to steal from somebody, you're going to have to deal with it. A conscious decision to violate and take, you're going to have to deal with it. Manipulating someone for personal gain, you're going to have to deal with it. Harming through deception and control, you're going to have to deal with it. Abusing power, you're going to have to deal with it. Using authority to damage others, you're going to have to deal with it. Causing suffering on purpose, you're going to have to deal with it. Cruelty is always wickedness because it is willful. You're going to have to deal with it. Leading others into destructive knowingly, you're going to have to deal with it, ma'am. Intentionally pulling people off their path, you're going to have to deal with it, ma'am. And it's going to come quickly to you. It's going to come like a whirlwind. Watch and see. Don't take my word for it, just watch it. Examples of chaos. Chaos has no intention. Keep in mind, wickedness does. Like a natural disaster, a flood, an earthquake, forces of nature with no wickedness. Children run around loudly in a room. Disorder, no malice intent. A person's life is disorganized and confused. Chaotic mind, but not wickedness. A house after a party, mess everywhere. Chaos without evil intention. Traffic jam. No intentions. Disorder and frustration, but no moral component. Emotionally overwhelmed. Internal chaos, but not wickedness. Chaos is no structure, but not intentionally harm. Wickedness is planned. Planned all at all. Moral corruption. Intentional, unintentional, darkness of will, disorder of energy, calculated destruction, unshaped, messy, confused. Now, the esoteric example, the Great Mother field versus the distorted will. The biblical examples, psychological examples, cosmic astrological examples. Now, I want you to know this. As a person, you know when you're doing wrong. If you are speaking and spewing venom out and you think it's cute, you're going to get a great lesson for that. It's coming to you. Watch it. I know because I've been there. I've been there with my ex-husband. So I know what the results of that. Okay? It's coming. Watch it. And it's going to come quickly. It's going to come, and I tell you this. Who going to check the cosmo, boo? As Sheree said, who going to check the cosmo, boo? And she was talking to a guy, and she said, who going to check her? That's what Sheree said. And I'm telling you, Who gonna check the cosmos when the cosmos whoop your ass? Okay. Until then, I'll talk with you another time. Have a good day, good people.